Welcome back, my name's Steve and thank you for joining me on my photography journey today. Today I am filming this on the Nikon Z6iii that I've borrowed for a few weeks, and what I want to talk about today is the video side of things. So I'm also recording what the camera is seeing, so you'll be able to see the setup of my camera and how things are working and things like that. And what I want to do with this is have a look at the eye autofocus and just have a bit of a talk about how I use it to film videos. The process is exactly the same as I would use with my Nikon Z30, which I usually use. I have got my 35mm f1.8 lens on the camera at the moment. I am filming this in 5.4K, which is significantly higher than the 4K that I use on the Nikon Z30. And I've got things set up in basically the same way. The difference is that the files that are being recorded in this current camera, in the Z6iii, are higher quality. There's more data in them than there is in the Z30. The Z30 is also obviously a DX or a crop size sensor, and the Z6iii is a full frame sensor. And what I want to try and talk about today is how I have things set up, why I have things the way that I have them, and go from there really. So I've got my camera, it's sat on a tripod, so this is all in front of me. I'm looking straight at the camera and I can see on top of there is a microphone as well. So that's recording what's going on basically. I've also got a wireless microphone on me, so that I've got two different options for my sound. Generally, I'll use this one on my chest because it's closer to my mouth. It picks things up better, there's less noise, there's less kind of ambient sounds on it, but I can use both sets of audio to match things up and align them when I edit them afterwards. And if for some reason this doesn't work, the battery runs out or something like that, then I can use the microphone that's on top of the camera. So microphone wise, they're both Rode. This is the Rode Wireless Me, and then on top of the camera is the Rode NTG Go or something like that. I'll put that up here so you can see it. So that's how I get my audio and my video. At the start of each video, I will hold up one of these, which is a color card. So that will help me balance the colors in the video. It will get them looking how I want them to look because I'll have a frame of reference. So I can use that to sort out the white balance. In my office, the lights are relatively yellow, just because that's kind of the way that I like it. That's the look that I like. But I can make tweaks to the white balance with that, make tweaks to different colors because I've got those reference images. So all of the video side of things is being recorded internally on the camera. The audio, part of that is going with that as well because I've got the microphone plugged into the camera. The audio from the wireless mic is going into what you can see behind me, which is a Rodecaster Pro 2, and that is recording my audio for me. It's storing it onto a SD card so that I can then match it up with the video afterwards, which I use DaVinci Resolve for. So that's how I do all my video editing and things. That's all in there. And this process is what I've used for all of my videos. I will generally write the script for it beforehand. Believe it or not, they are actually scripted. And I'll kind of pick out the different points and things. I've tried to use a teleprompter before, but the one that I've got isn't particularly good. It's just annoying to use. So what I try and do instead is remember what I'm going to say. It also feels a little bit more natural that way as well. But I'll write it out on my Remarkable, kind of refine it on there, potentially put it into Notion and work on it in there as well, getting a bit of a balance between writing and typing so that it's just makes me think slightly differently. And then I will sit down in my office while it's nice and quiet and record the videos. And then following this talking head part, I will then film any B-roll that's needed, add music, and then do the editing side of things, so add any graphics or cut between different shots as needed. Generally speaking, I will have the same background behind me in most of my videos. My actual desk to work on is just to the side here, which has got my computer and things on. So when I do the video editing, that's where I am. The desk behind me is more just for storage, to be honest, for just having my laptop on if I need it, for packing camera bags, or for other bits of paper and the usual things that you have in an office. What I really like about filming in here is that behind me on the wall I've got pictures that I've taken. I need to do a bit more in the rest of the office. It's just basically a loft room at the moment. But this is where I am when I'm recording the videos. This is where I edit them. This is where I edit my pictures. So just wanted to talk a little bit about that side of the process, seeing as I wanted to try out the video function on the Z6iii. And then we can have a look at that and report back on it another time. So thank you for joining me on this slightly different photography journey, more video journey today. Any comments, leave them down below as always, but otherwise I'll see you again next time. So have a great week. Bye.